X-Force issue 6 sees X-Force head to Terra Verde, where while traversing the dense jungle, Wolverine's sensors alert him to their targets, which soon attack them. The team fight back as on Krakoa, Sage keeps an eye on them from her lab with Beast, who knows the X-Force is like a dark orchestra, with certain parts preferring the spotlight while others harmonize in the background, and some serve their function by mindlessly beating drums and crashing cymbals, while he himself is the conductor of it all, unifying it together. He knows that he is in charge of all the data interpreting on Krakoa and controls all information, and if any info damages Krakoa's image, mainly the exploits of X-Force, he uses bribes, false news reports, and memory erasure to clean everything up. He wishes he didn't have to, but compares it to a father chasing his toddlers, forestalling every steep drop and sharp edge. The day before, Xavier and Black Tom meet with President COCOM of Terra Verde, who is ready to sign a treaty with Krakoa. Black Tom doesn't trust what's happening, but Xavier reassures him that all will be fine. As the president begins his speech about promising change, a vine begins covering his body, spread out from 3 mutants in the crowd, who say that they are not in charge and neither is the president. Black Tom protects Xavier as the 3 beings change into giant monsters, proclaiming that they are the future of Terra Verde. Tom says that no one is getting through him as 2 of the beings come for Xavier. Later, Tom tells his story of the fight and how the beings soon disappeared to Beast and Sage, who know that the president was hurt but Xavier was left alone. Because of this, the president has cancelled the treaty with the mutants. Beast asks to look at the video footage since the assassination attempt feels different to the other ones the president has had on his life. Sage brings up the hacked footage, realizing that they weren't after the president, but his son. Later at the presidential estate, COCOM is patched up by his doctor. As the doctor leaves, Beast appears, knocking him out along with the guards before confronting COCOM, who tries to flee but is stopped by Jean, who calms his mind with her powers and uses them to show Beast the beings who took COCOM's son, saying that they are telefloronic scientists who are infected by their own work, and the president thinks that they have been made insane by a botanical intelligence. Jean says the X-Force will strike that night, telling Jean to wipe the memories of everyone who was in the house as he gathers the field team. However, he tells her to leave COCOM's memories intact since he will be in their debt. As Beast oversees the mission from Krakoa, the X-Force move in and take down the telefloronic creatures. He tells Jean to wait a moment since they cannot leave no witness behind. Jean has a problem with that since there are rules about no killing humans, but Beast says that now is not the time to get caught up in worthless moral quandaries. He compares these creatures to an Omega Sentinel, and an organic version of Nimrod would be a nightmare to deal with. Because of this, Jean uses her powers to burn the creatures to death. Beast soon thanks her, saying that she did the right thing. However, Jean doesn't want Hank to patronize her. Jean joins the rest of the team in fighting their way towards the president's son on top of a temple. However, the boy turns into one of the creatures himself, saying he's right where he wants to be. After a swift battle, the president's son is taken to Krakoa, tested on by Beast, who knows the boy staged his own kidnapping to force his father's hand, since Terra Verde had almost perfected its telefloronics, meaning they wouldn't need the Krakoan miracle drug. Hank knows that the boy was right, hence why he destroyed his lab and killed his men. Beast offered to interrogate the boy before sending him home, using the time to identify the telefloronic cells and change them so it eats away at his mind, effectively turning the boy into a vegetable. The boy is returned home by Xavier, who restarts his treaty with the president. After they leave, the boy's body liquidates, sliding out of the window and forming into a green being and escaping the building. X-Force issue 6 was a fantastic issue that really doubled down on the sinister nature of the new incarnation of the Spec Ops team, as well as what has become of Beast, who in a way has kind of gone a little power mad. Again, I really love how they aren't shying away from showing that the mutants are doing some real shady shit, and despite them thinking that they are better than humans, they still resort to the same old tricks that humans use, like memory erasure and fake news. It's a fascinating look under the hood of the new direction mutants are going in, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more of it throughout this book, and what will the consequences of these actions be when they are brought to light. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.